How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my craft room. I am starting on a new journal today, so I wanted to share with you. This is going to be a cinch bound. Yes, so I'm going to get started on this. This is Sherry, by the way, and I've already got the little golden book. This is a little golden book, and I've lined the pages or the covers here, and I've cut the pages down to just the tiny slivers on the sides and the bottom, to have them fit within the boundaries or whatever of the covers here, so nothing sticking out. So I've got the pages ready, and then I have some fun things, pages and things like that to put in here. But these are the cinch bounds I've been making for my eBay shop, and if someone would like one, just go to my eBay shop. They're blank cinch bound journals ready for you to do whatever you like with, and just to have fun with, and to pick up inexpensively. Okay, so yeah, they've been a lot of fun to create. I love creating cinch bound journals, so I've kind of been doing, I just finished the school, and this is school related too. See, the name of it is the little golden ABC, so it's all about the ABCs in this book. So fun little school, could be a fun little school back to school journal. It's eclectic, but I'm putting as many school related things in here as possible. So I'm just going to show you the pages and do some cutting here for a few minutes and just share with you what is going on with this one. I did put a little bit of masking tape on the inside where they're going to be bound of the little golden book pages, just a little sliver, to strengthen those and make sure they are nice and strong so they can be bound. I just kind of was going to, I didn't know when I first started this, I didn't know if it was going to be with signatures or cinch bound, so I had already put some masking tape. So anyway, I figured, well, it's going to be cinch bound, but it still has a masking tape there for the extra strength. So what, I thought actually it turned out to be a good idea just to have that little piece. It's like right here, and it gives the page extra strength too. So yeah, I thought that was worked out pretty well. I just cut this down a little bit here to fit inside. It's actually still a sliver too big, so let me cut a little bit more off the bottom, and then it will be good to go. But this is a certificate of attendance, and what I'll have to do is, I'm folding it in half because I want to see where the midway point is, and then I'm going to cut it again in half, I think. You know what? Let me think about that for a second. I wonder, let me get another one. Because I want to experiment with this. I just had an idea. Hold on, I got one right here. As you're crafting, you just never know what's going to happen. What I did in the journals with the signatures is I put this in the middle, so I would fold it this way, and then when you open up the middle, you get to the middle of the signature, this would be able to open up all the way. So I'm thinking maybe save this one for that, and then this one I'll still have to cut down again. I don't want to fold it in half though. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I just had this idea just now, so let me cut it down. I know how much I cut off the other one, so I can just quickly do that, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I think this is a better idea. Yeah, this will work out very well, I think. And this is a nice strong piece of like cardstock, so it'll be a nice strong page. And so I'm going to, let's do it like this. So I'll put it in between here in a minute, but just say it turns over, it'll be in here, and just have it be a flip out instead of cutting it down, and then you can have the whole thing in here in one piece. I just thought that would be better than cutting it in half. Then you can tell what it is, right? So we can just kind of put it in here as a page like that. And so when you get to that page, you'll turn. Let me move this over. You'll turn and have a flip out. Very good. Okay, yeah, I like that better than cutting it in half. I bet you do too. So yeah, so that's always almost always an option when you're cutting something, not to cut it if you really kind of feel strongly about not cutting it up. you can make it a flip out, usually if you have enough room to fold it in and still have enough room. See how I still have plenty of room to cinch it in without this getting in the way of where it's going to be bound. So yeah, that worked out well. All right, so let's move on to, I have some fun things to put in. This, and I will have a goodie pack, a small goodie pack that goes with this, but I have these, I think these are going to be bound in. And I also have some things here that I got received in Happy Mail, because see this little alligator here, A for alligator. I received these in Happy Mail. So these are going to be bound in too. And this I think I'm going to put in the goodie pack, so somebody can do what they wish with that, because it's a puzzle piece. And so they can, I was thinking if I was going to, because I don't decorate these blank journals, but I thought if I was going to, what I would do is cut this down a little bit so it would fit, and then do a hinge where this can fold out and this can fold out, and then you can have a kind of a hidden or secret journaling spot or whatever you want underneath of it. Wouldn't that be fun? So that's going to go in the goodie pack. And then, yeah, and I have 2 more extra of the little alligator cards are the same ones that I'm going to bind in, so I might put those in the goodie pack too, you know, so that would be fun. And I've recently discovered the magic of construction paper. Believe it or not, I never thought I would use construction paper in my journals, but with the school journals, I think this is especially fun paper to use, and it's actually a nice, strong, and colorful paper. You can get it practically everywhere, right? It's a very easy paper to get a hold of. So, but I need to cut these down. I folded 2 here, and just to, I'm kind of, I'm used to folding the pages in half, but I'm folding them in half to see if they will fit in here by just folding them in half. So they're almost good. They just need a little sliver cut off here, and of course the bottom part. And I think in the last cinch bound, I think I maybe put some construction paper in that one too, and I folded up the bottom to not have to make a scrap there or cut off the bottom. So let's see if that works here. I think that's what I did in the last one. So I don't know if I'll save those strips or not. I'll decide later. Put them to the side for the moment. So if I'm going to fold it up, it would approximately be about like this, a little pocket on the bottom. So I think that's all right. I think that's going to be a good little pocket there on the bottom. And then we won't be making a scrap. I love that. And we'll have the little pockets in here. So yeah, I've been making little pockets in the journals, just not filling them. Everything goes in, like about 10, 12 things I'll put in the goodie pack. And because I wasn't going to do a goodie pack with these, they're so inexpensive. And to keep them that inexpensive, I need to just, be good and not like do all the things. That's why they're so expensive. Inexpensive, did I say expensive? So, you get the idea. So, yeah, I've sold a few of them, and then there's some in my shop. There's probably couple in my shop right now. If you're looking for a gift and you want to go ahead and pick one up for Christmas or whatever and put it away. Or maybe you just want to, maybe you're new to junk journaling and you just want to start with an inexpensive journal like this. It would be a good, way to start. Or also for you or for someone that, say you want to introduce them to junk journaling and you don't want to. I've done this too myself, where I've made a journal for someone that's never even heard of junk journaling, people, my friends and things, never heard of it, have no idea what it is. And I've just made a very basic journal for them. And I know in one of them, I put a little note in there to explain what you're supposed to do with it. You know what I mean? I just wrote them a little note like, yeah, you can glue your stuff in here, your mementos, pictures, whatever you want, type of thing. So I don't know if they ever used it, but because it's it's an acquaintance, really. It wasn't a friend, but they're friends, but they're more an acquaintance. You know what I mean? Like, it's not somebody I talk to on a regular basis, but they did really like it and thought it, if you ever make one for anyone or buy one for anyone, they really loved it. But you know, sometimes you don't know if they ever use it. But anyway, if you want to introduce someone to a journal, to junk journaling, this would be a good way to do it. Just to have a little blank journal so they don't get confused or like wonder what in the world am I supposed to do with all this, you know, type of thing. So this is a pretty green here, and it goes so well with the colors in these pages. If you're looking here, like just look at the colors just going together. This green is so pretty. So I'm going to put this here. There's a pot. I'll glue this together in a minute. Let's just figure out where we're going to, well, let's glue them on our way to putting them in. And we'll just do a few pages because I don't want to make this video too long. But I wanted to have a little fun and get started on this journal today. I just couldn't wait, and I can't wait to even start my next journal that I already have out, another school related, but it's going to be vintage. So I don't know. If I have time, I would like to go ahead and get started on that one too, because it's going to be very different with like coffee dyed paper and things like that. And it's going to be a regular 2 signature journal. So I'm kind of doing every other one, 2 signature journal, cinch bound like that. So I can satisfy my itch to make these cinch bound journals and use my stash, right? It's so fun just to kind of like treat these cinch bound journals as a kind of stash buster. So I'm going to skip a few pages here and put a blue one in. So here's a blue one. See, it goes well. There's actually some blue right there. Not that it's going to end up, nothing's going to end up there, but still it just, this construction paper colors of these two, I knew that, you know, there's just so many colors in a lot of little golden books. It's hard to go wrong, right? Hard to go wrong with any color pretty much in most little golden books, unless it's just a real, you know, one that involves like tons of pink or something. Okay, a few more pages here. We'll put a green in, and then we'll put the blue in, and then we'll go from there. So I have like, this paper is solid, and I'm trying to, you know, put school related papers in here, fun papers. So solid, these solid colors, some paper you can write on like ledger and graph and things like that. And then I have some really cool map, and I'll try to show you that before this video is over. Let's see, there's our page with the certificate. Let's see, and then how many pages we have left. Let's put this last blue one right here at the end. So these will be spaced sporadically throughout the journal. And my goal is usually 50 pages in here. So that's 100 surfaces or 50 pages. And that's the most I like to put in a cinch bound, because then it turns easily and everything is copacetic and you have plenty of room to put in your goodies, right? So there we go. So yeah, I'll just show you the papers real quick before we cut anymore, in case that takes too long. In fact, well, yeah, like I said, I don't want to make this video too long, but here I've got regular ledger paper. This is actually calligraphy paper that I just brought home a little while ago, like a month or so ago, and I showed it to you in a Thrifty Thursday, but I've never had that before. So I've got 2 of them ready to go. And then I've got some graph paper. Do you hear the thunder? It must be getting ready to rain. This is a piece of yellow, like acetate type paper. I thought that would be a lot of fun. I actually have a piece of sticker paper. Let me grab it. You know how Leah at Thrifty Day has been showing thrifty paper, sticker paper. I finished up a 12 by 12 of sticker paper today, and I took this piece. This piece was kind of cut up down here, so I chopped that off and saved this piece. So this is a piece of sticker paper I could actually put in here. Let me know what you think about that. Let me, if you don't mind, vote in the comments. Should I put in, and answer this question, should I put in the sticker paper? I'll cut it here and it'll be in the cinch bound. So I could just put in 1 page, or I could have put in 2 pages, because I've got, you know, this folded piece. So I could put in 2 pages. But, you know, I just thought it would be fun to have in a journal. So I did save that piece, and I'm going to start saving sticker paper, because I think that's a really awesome idea. And so I'll show you the rest of the paper I've got here. I'll get your votes on the sticker paper, but this is matte wallpaper. Look at this. This is what's given to me by Maria, my friend Maria, and isn't that cool? It's a wallpaper. So I thought that would be fun. And then this is just a cool page from a children's storybook. I love the colors in this book, so I love to use those. This is from a doodle book, doodle and draw from Dollar Tree. Love the colors on these, and look at crayons. A draw a scene. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that for a school journal. And then this one is from another little workbook from Dollar Tree. Draw a line from the uppercase letter on the left to matching the lowercase letter. Like, you don't have to do that, but it would just be fun to play around with this and do whatever you want to do. You can do the game, or you can just write on here in a fun way. Like, I usually just write a little bit in my journals, but if you write a lot, you could, I always thought it would be cool to, say if you have a page that's sideways or something, write sideways. That would be cool, just to have writing this way. And then also, like on a page like this, wouldn't it be cool to kind of write in a swirly kind of almost swirling matter, like make it all even but write kind of in this space right here. I just think that would look so cool. And then here is a piece from I'm going to call it a placemat game sheet. They're white on the back, and then they have the games on this side. So that, and then I want to put in a couple of photo sleeves in this one. I can cut these up and, do what I do. You see me put these in journals. I put them in signatures, and I'll put them in here. So that's a fun thing. And then I've got some scraps of scrapbook paper. So I want to use some of those. That one, this one's double-sided, pretty, with the ruler, so perfect for the school. This is another piece of wallpaper where I've used part of it already in a journal. So this is a kind of like a scrap, a big scrap, but it's this pretty blue kind of wood, kind of chippy wood, crackle, kind of like a crackle finish wood. I just thought this was so pretty, so I have that. Oh, I have one here, and I already put one in here. So I really wanted to put one in here. Look, I have 3 out here. So I'll put those back in my stash. I have this school-related, printer computer paper, and it has a little yellow school bus, so cute. And then this little certificate here. I love the little astronaut on here and a little spaceship. So, like Jetsons, right? So cute. And then I have this cool paper that I found. Most of these things I found at the thrift store, a couple Dollar Tree things, a couple things were given to me, but no printables in my journals. But this right here, I found at the thrift store, and I'm trying to remember if it was one big sheet or cut up, but anyway, it's cut up now into little pieces like this. And see, it's got pencils on here, and I just think it's so cute with the apples and everything. So cute to use as a page. And remember, cinch bound, so everything's going to be cut down to the size of the journal, the front cover. All the pages are going to be that size, or smaller. And then, so here's a couple more things that I can bind in. My trip to the zoo. You go on a field trip at school, and you go to the zoo sometimes. And also, there's sports at school. So these are from a scrapbook calendar that I have from 2006. They're white on the back, and so it'll be bound in like this, and this too. You have sports at school, so I've got a little baseball page here from that calendar, and that'll be bound in like that. So lots of fun things besides all of these things right here that I just showed you. Flashcards, and this fun page right here, which is some kind of game page, and a really colorful, fun bingo card there. So yeah, and then whatever it takes to get up to 50 pages. I don't know if this will get me up to 50 pages, but if it doesn't, and I still have more room, say I get 40 pages, I'll count them when I feel like it's getting full, and I'll count them and be like, okay, I have room for a few more, and I'll try to get up to 50. But sometimes if there's too much, like too thick or whatever, but usually in a blank journal I can make it, because I'm not putting in a bunch of ephemera and things like that in all the pockets and things. So usually in a blank journal I can make it, and then you can put in all the things in the pockets and make it as big as you want, right? Make it as elephant, what is it? Elephant, gator mouth, not elephant. Gator mouth as you want. So yeah, lots of fun. And it will have, these don't come with a tassel. I was thinking about putting an extra, I haven't done it, but I've been thinking about it. Like, say you buy one of these, but you wanted a tassel. I do have a bunch of tassels made up, so, which I could sell separately. I just haven't made a listing for them, but, you know, I've made a bunch of beaded tassels, and they could be, you know, an add-on. So, say you wanted one of these, but you want a tassel, just let me know, and I'll list one for you. I don't know what the price would be, but, you know, $10 or under, I would say. And if you get it along with the journal, you know, then I can combine shipping, and really, you wouldn't really be paying shipping on the tassel, because, I mean, the listing would have this is how it works on everywhere, Etsy, eBay, whatever. Those two at least. I'll list it just to explain, because people ask me all the time, how does combining shipping work? So what you do is purchase whatever you want, you know, check out, pay whatever. I mean, it's just how it works. eBay and Etsy do not know how to combine shipping. They just don't. They add up the shipping from each individual thing, and so it ends up usually being way too much. I mean, way too much. So when that happens, I combine the shipping, and I say you ordered a tassel along with this, I would basically be refunding the shipping on the tassel, and this shipping would pay for both, unless they charge too much for this one, which they probably won't. But if they did, I would refund the overage also. So that's how it works, just in case, because I get that question all the time in my eBay shop. You know, people want to buy more than one thing, and they ask me. I get messages all the time. How does the combined shipping work? Because because they're getting ready to check out, and they're seeing this large amount for shipping. You know, so in case you've never done it, that's how it works. I mean, maybe one day eBay and Etsy will be learning how to, but they don't know. Well, I have the weight in there, but they just. I had the individual weight, so they don't, I don't know, I don't know if they'll ever figure out a way to do shipping without making it just individual shipping added up. Okay, let's cut down a few pages. Let's not put them in right now because, that'll take longer, so I'll cut down a few more pages in case you want to see how I'm doing it. So let's cut down this big kind of, it's really big square of wallpaper, and it's folded in half. So let me get a template, what I'm going to call my template, the first page here. And see, basically, right here, this is my length, but I'll need to cut a little bit off anyway. So I will just cut the fold off here. This little fold is folded in half because when Maria gave it to me, it was not folded in half. She gave me a stack, a really good, amount in a stack. And I've been using it little by little, but I still have a lot. And so in order for me to store it in a smaller area, I folded it all in half like this, which has not been a bad thing. So you can see I don't need this whole piece. I'm going to have extra there, so I'm just going to need something like this. This side is a little jagged. That's, how it was. I don't know if she took these out of a book or how they came to her. You know what I mean? I think she maybe took them out of a wallpaper book. So if she watches this, she can let us know, right? But yeah, I don't know. I never asked her. I just said, thank you very much. Yeah, it was awesome. Because it's like, I've never really found much wallpaper at the thrift store that was flat like this. So to get flat wallpaper like this, that's not on a roll, is, I think, a pretty rare thing. I just haven't found in any books with the nice wallpaper like what she gave me. So here's a page right here, and we'll make one more. Let's put two because this is so cool and so pretty. I think, and it's such a nice paper too, a nice thick paper, in a different texture from anything else, you know. Wallpaper has a texture like nothing else, and even wallpapers are different textures, you know, they're not all the same. So I think wallpaper's really a fun thing to put in a journal. Let's see, so we got the width. We just need to cut a little sliver off the bottom. And so let's do that. And we'll have this pretty paper to put in. Yeah, I was looking through my wallpaper when I first started these journals at the beginning of August or end of July, and found this paper, and I thought, oh, this is perfect. So yeah, we'll have 2 pages of that. Here's an extra piece that we'll put aside, but isn't that pretty? We could make a nice big journaling card out of that if we want. And so here is this. Let's just cut fold a few in half so that we can go ahead and slice the fold off. I mean, this is just a fast way for me that I like to do it, you know, like try to cut a few at a time. Like these are the same, so why not just, they're the same size, this is a calligraphy paper, and we'll have 2 of those to cut at the same time. The ledger, fun. This is vintage ledger too. You can almost kind of see, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little starting to brown here. So yeah, all of my ledger paper, graph paper, I've gotten it all. I haven't bought any new. I always say that, but in case you haven't heard it, you're probably tired of hearing it if you heard it, but yeah, I haven't bought any of it new. I've bought it all at thrift stores. Here's another piece of wallpaper, so I'm going to measure that with our other wallpaper here. Single sheets, and maybe I wonder if I could just, because I want to make 2 sheets again, so maybe I will fold right here. Oh, you know what I can do? Look at this. Yeah, this is good. I'm glad I decided to do it this way, because I can make a fold here, cut off the fold. This is just an easy way to do it without measuring, you know, instead of measuring like I need it this wide and this tall type of thing. I've got my template. I measured it that way. So I've got, let's see, how does it go? Like, I'm confused. Okay, it goes like this. So I've got this page. That one's going to be different, so I'll show you what I'm doing with that in a second. But I think this needs to be, see, needs a little length off of it. Let's go ahead and cut that off and have it ready to go. Okay, so that one's ready to go. So we got that one. And let me get my little sliver. I'll save that. That's a nice strip of wallpaper that I can save for my strips. And then this one, yeah, it goes, let's see which way. I cut, let's see, this is my template. And, yeah, the other one I have going this way. So I thought, well, yeah, that's what, I'm doing it right. It's a little confusing because I'm like, which way is this going? Okay, so this one's going to be a flip out. That's what I was thinking. Let's do a flip out on this one, and then I won't have to cut out again. So this will be our second flip out. I don't like to make I don't like to make too many flips out, or every page a flip out, or anything like that. But you know, a couple flip outs are good, and then you can always turn those into, leave them as a flip out, or make them into a little tuck spot if you want. So you do have options with flip outs. You can even cut it off if you wanted to. There's another strip for me, for my strips. And this one's ready to go now, ready to go in the journal. So we've cut quite a few. These we haven't cut, we're just folding for the moment. And this is in our pile of ready to go. So this, let's see how I want to do this. I can do it, I do want to keep them upright if I can. Like I could do it this way and make like 2 shorter pages, but I kind of would like to keep this one like this, as far as keeping the rulers, you know, upright the way they're meant to be. So do I want another pocket? 3, that would be my 3rd pocket. I think that would be okay. So let's do it. Let's make a pocket. And then, so this is an extra piece, so that's a scrap. And then we will have to, if we're making a pocket, cut off this strip here. Let's do that. Now these are just really pretty rulers with like advertising rulers, really cool. And so I've got another strip here for my strip pile. And then we'll fold this pocket, but we're going to be folding it the other way. As far as, I'm just getting where the fold is, and then I'm going to turn it around and fold it up this way. So we have the rulers, and then this is the other side, this green kind of shaded, but then we'll have the decoration of the rulers here on the bottom, which looks pretty. So another page ready to go. I'll glue those pockets down later. And let's see, for these, I'm going to do this. Let's see what we got here. Usually I cut it right to, see this was together in a book, it was together. So some I have that are separated that were in a, like a binder where they have holes. This was kind of all together like this, so just cut it right off, cut one off. I don't think I'll put more than one in. So, but this is, I need to cut this evenly here. So let me just even that up in my paper cutter. I think I can cut it evenly in a straight line with my paper cutter better than my scissors. Let's see if that's true. Because, you know, it's plastic, so it's a little harder to cut here. Yeah, it worked pretty much. Got a couple little strands here I need to pull off, but pretty much it'll bind. And the holes will punch for the cinch, but it's still, and it's still together there. You know, you've got your, where it's together is right here. These little dotted space lines, spaced little lines there, hold it together. It's together on this side. I'll take it, let's see, is it together on the bottom too? Oh, I thought these were open on the bottom. No, not open on the side, or, okay, and we've got, this is a middle piece. So really all I have to do is bind it in. Okay, that's ready to go. I thought I had to sew the bottom, but I guess not on this particular type of photo sleeve. And here's another one, scrap of paper that I can, again, I'll do this, I think I might do this the same. Well, this one it doesn't make sense because it's not directional. So this one I don't really have any smaller pages yet, do I? I really don't. So it is fun to have, you know, make it, this kind of makes it almost in more of a junk journal style when you have different size pages, and they're fun too. So that'll be a page, and this can be a page. Is it too wide? It is too wide, but maybe I'll just fold this little last 3 squares over here. I think it is 3 at this side, and this will be a page. So this could be glued down if somebody didn't want this to be like, you could make it a tuck spot, but it would be hard to keep anything in there. But I'll leave it open, and then somebody can just, I think what I would do is just glue the whole thing down and have it as a pretty decoration on the edge of the page, you know? So, let's see. So I think you've seen all the papers. I've got quite a few more to cut down here. And these two we folded in half, got to cut those down. So this is going to take me a while. You know, these are ready to go. Let me see, are these not too wide? Where's my little template here? Yeah, these are ready to go. These calendar pages, let's put those over there in the ready to go pile. Where's the other one? Here it is. So that page is ready to go. Of course, all the flashcards, bingo cards, those are all ready to go. Those are not too big. And the rest of these I'll cut down off the video. And this one needs to be cut down a little. I will not cut off the astronaut or I'll just cut a little bit off this side, a little bit off this side, and hopefully that'll be enough to have it fit inside the the parameters of the book, of the cover. But yeah, I gotta cut that down too. So you get the idea. Lots of fun to be had here. And so I'll finish up binding. All I gotta do is bind. And if you are interested in any, like I said, check out my eBay shop. I have a couple in there and some other journals. And also, if you want a tassel, I don't know if I'll list any, but if you let me know you want one, I'll list one for you, you know, reserve it for you. It'll be at random. I'll pick it out to match the journal, but they pretty much all match these like little golden book journals because they're all different colors, you know. They're colorful with buttons and wooden beads and things like that, charms. So anyway, thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the start of this journal, and stay tuned for the vintage one. I'm going to get started on that one right away next after this one. So I will see you then. Have a great day.